afternoon. Welcome to Option Center. It is Friday, 10 minutes to the bell, 8:27:21. Welcome everybody to the weekend edition here at Option Center. If you're new here, go down to that bottom right-hand corner, hit that Option Center logo and subscribe. If you are not a Patreon, we go through so much information. Join us. It's $5 for the first tier, $10 for the second. And also, just want to remind you that we are part of a Discord, the Options Guys. It's a great Discord. It's all free. So join us there. We chit chat all day and figure out trade ideas in the morning, after hours, all sorts of good stuff. Here we go. We're going to go through the SPX on multiple time frames, checkouts by the Vix Futures, and the options expected move. If you are a Patreon member, you'll stick around and we'll go through the rest of the market along with some trade ideas, and we're going to go over the Dow Jones theory later on. It's not my information. I'm just passing it on. So here we go. SPX on the monthly. We are in Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, working on 5 of 5. Something interesting, just messing around with the extensions. I came up with the that we're right here right now at the 100% extension of wave 3. So if we start off with wave 3 down here, this point, and end wave 3 at the top of the megaphone here, then we from the bottom, it's in log, so at the bottom of wave 4, bottom of wave 5 to top of wave 5, we are now at the 100%, which means we're equal from wave 2 to 3. We have reached that equal point. It's just I'm just giving it there for reference. That's not significant that it has to reverse here or anything, just something to look at. Let's move over. We are, by the way, bullish on every aspect of this, breaking out of a channel, very long-term channel. Weekly. There we are. Now we broke out of that megaphone. We are drifting, grinding to the upside. Let's dig in a little bit closer. We think we are in wave 1, 2, wave 3. And we're looking for a pullback to wave 4, but we don't have any of those signals yet. The only thing that we have is divergence. Divergence in the MACD and the RSI. And you see the RSI is grinding in an overbought area. So until that ends, until we come out of that, then we have to we have to remain cautious if you're looking for a reversal, or remain bullish. Excuse me. Let's go to the daily. Daily trend is our friend. We're going to move up to wave 5 of what we think of wave 5 of 3 is. So we had to change our numbers to make this a diagonal. We had a W, X, Y, move to complete wave 4. And then we're in the last wave of 5. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and ending at wave 5. This is appears to be an ending diagonal, your standard ending diagonal, where you have an ABC, ABC down, ABC up. Wave 3 cannot be the shortest, which it's already longer than wave 1, so we completed that. ABC down and ABC not quite complete yet. We are at resistance, but it is common. I repeat, this is common to have an overshoot. We mentioned that in the last couple videos, and we're sticking with this. We think this move is almost over. We do have some mega bull counts. I don't see those being in play with all this divergence. We're not quite burning through them. So I'm still sticking with the more conservative the more conservative play that we may be ending this wave 3 move to the downside. And now I did mark the measure move for the ending diagonal. It's just one of the rules that the move at least goes to where the diagonal started. So that's where our minimum target would be. Also, this 23.6 area, and we have a rising pivot there. So lots of confluence down in this area. And then a typical wave 4 move down would be a 38.2. So we're keeping that, and we're going to have to adjust that as price moves to the upside. So with this breakout or fake out or fake break, what am I saying there? So we think that we may overshoot this point, fake break, come back down, and then start our descent. That's what we're anticipating to the upside, but we're already in our plays now because we can't, we don't know if we're going to start breaking down on Monday, on Tuesday of next week. We'll know really soon what type of move we're going to make. If we break over, then we can at least hedge our plays with some upside momentum calls. Continue to play some of those bullish plays that we have available in our watch list. And then once we break back down, assuming we get over, once we break back down through this pivot, then we'll exit all of our bullish plays and play pretty aggressive to the downside, because that would be a fake break. So it's all about this pivot, this rising pivot. Also, 4,500 would be a good reference to that. All right, so let's move back down. So the breakout would be to continue to move. We break this pivot, we break to the upside, and then we have a couple more targets to the upside. And then the fake break would be if and when we come back underneath this purple dash line. That's our rising pivot. But until then, we're over the 8 MA. We came down to it yesterday and gapped up with the Fed talk today. Huge move. And we're over all MAs. Everything's bullish except for this divergence. We're in bullish territory. The MACD, RSI is still over the 50. So we can't argue with that. We haven't made our reversal yet. Let's go down to the 65. 65, hold on one second. All right. Let's go down to the nitty gritty and check out what's happening here. So on the 65-minute chart, we have this last wave 5. We have this last A, B, C to the upside. Now, this is a 3 move to the upside, 3 move down, and then a 5 wave move to complete a C. So we have wave 1, 2, 3, a pullback of wave 4, and we pushed up for what I think may have completed wave 5. We'll have to see. We're right at the options expected move for the week, also right onto that pivot. So next week we'll have to tell if we cross back over on the MACD, the RSI. We have divergence again. So if we start breaking down from this point, then this is going to confirm our fake break. So this is something really to look at on the 65-minute chart. We do have 5 waves completed. I don't know if we can maybe see in this 5-minute if we had 5 waves really on this point. This is a lower point, so we had a 1, 2, 3. That's possibly wave 3 because we had 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's very possible this could have ended, and we also hit our target. What target are we talking about? Okay, so if we have our wave 5, we measured out the 61.8 move. So if this is the bottom of wave 3, we take that to the top of wave 3, come back to wave 4, and that gives us a 61% retracement or extension, of wave 3. So that's 61.8% of wave 3 that wave 5 stops at. It's very common for it to stop at this point. The other one that we have is this 100% move from wave 1 down to wave 2. I'm sorry, we have the extension of wave 1 is equal to this one, to wave 5, and there's the bell, to wave 5 at about 45.26. So that would be our next target. If next week we come out ablazing, move to the upside just a little bit more, that's going to be our next target where we try another put play. It'll be a light play because we don't have, this is kind of just off in the air. It's a breakout. So we'll try a light position at that point as well. So 45, 11, 12, right around that range. We already hit that target with the options expected move. We do expect a move down from this point, but if we continue the upside, 45.26 would be our next target. All right, let's move over to the SPY. SPY daily. All right, we just want to get a look. You have our wedge right here. That's our inning diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just see the divergence here. But you see the last minute, we have just not that great of volume, not really supporting too much the move to the upside. So we're going to continue to monitor this. We're still above all the MAs and still in bullish posture, but we are at resistance. Of course, we're going to stop the week right at a resistance mark. But we did have a nice follow-through move to the upside. I missed all of that. I wasn't going for that last move. What else do we want to see? Let's go over to the Vix Futures. And we're back underneath this 20 area. This is a big resistance for us. We came above it. We started to break out from the large wedge, and we pushed back underneath it, pushed back under resistance. So this is a huge point where if price doesn't start raise over these MAs and start to get back above this resistance area there, we might end up going back down to new lows, which means the market is continuing to the upside. So we're going to continue to monitor that. We are not holding above support, but we are still diverging. The market is making brand new highs, and the VIX futures is not making brand new lows. So that's the divergence there. Increasing bear volume in the SPY. We looked at that. Let's go to SPX. We are expecting a move September 3rd. If we look out to Friday in the trade tab, you go over, it's we're looking for a 57 point move to the upside or downside. We will draw that in on our chart later on this weekend. But just to show you, we draw it every single Friday. We're right on the expected move. That is the probability that we will hit either the upside or downside each and every week. That's what we look for. And then we actually hit that right on the nose and closed right there. So beautiful thing. That's what the options market depicted. It got it. All right. So that will do it for non-member video. We're looking for the reversal, guys. So if you're a Patreon, stick around. I have a lot more to show you. Thanks for joining us here at Options Stepner.